Hello people, welcome back to another episode of our movie preview and review. Today I'll be reviewing the movie Breath of Life. It's your favorite girl B. Come along with me, guys. This film tells the story of a man who lost his faith in God after experiencing a painful loss. This was a really good one. In the spirit of transparency, let me first start by saying this film is not entertaining. So if you're looking for entertainment, it's probably not the one for you. Also, if you have been following for a while, you should know I hate sad endings, and this movie is sad. But take it from me when I say the impact was profound anyway, and it wouldn't have worked any other way. What did I like about this movie? I loved the beginning. I was intrigued right from the start. I enjoyed the simplicity of the story and the compelling progression of this movie. It movingly explores themes of loss, pain, love, and sacrifice. While it's faith-based, I hesitate to label it a Christian movie, as it was not the typical story about redemption and salvation. I liked the angle they explored and how he found his way back to God. Amazing storytelling. Acting and casting worked very well for me. Ademola Adedoyin as the young Timmy and Wale Ojo as the old Timmy was a combination I could have not imagined. But after seeing it, it made sense, a whole lot of sense. Ademola Adedoyin was able to interpret and embody the role of young Timmy. I could feel his despair and agony as he dealt with the loss that rocked his world. And from Wale Ojo, I could feel that bitterness and cynicism that comes with living with so much hurt for so long. We saw Dewo, who just a few times in this movie, but I really liked her performance. Chimezie Imo did an amazing job as Elijah, and Genoveva Ume was just perfect as Anna. I liked Elijah and Anna's love story. I liked the fact that they gave us likable characters. We felt their pain, we were invested in their story, and we were rooting for them. When they were about to have sex, I was shouting, "Ah, Pastor!" I think what I loved the most about this movie was the production quality. Right from the beginning, everything looked crisp and sharp. I liked the setting, the set pieces, cinematography was on point. Watching the movie Breath of Life was a visual pleasure. I liked the soundtrack, the selection was very intentional. Every song matched the tone of the movie. They caught my attention, but they were not distracting. I checked some of them out after the movie. Shoemaker by 121 Seller had been on repeat for me. Plot progression was good to a very large extent. Towards the end, I know what he was going to do. I hated that he had to die. I hated that he had lived such a sad and painful life, but I knew that was the logical and befitting ending for this movie. This movie touched so many things, but above all, it was a movie about purpose. And unlike so many Nollywood movies, this movie would have an impact on you, such that even the closing credits, you'll be thinking, what is my purpose? What is this life? The issues I had with this movie, number one, the narration. I want to assume that the old man we saw at the beginning was Elijah, and he was the one narrating. But then my only thought was that since Elijah and Timmy never got to talk about Timmy's family and how they died because it was off limits, the only things Elijah could have known were the bits and pieces from rumors in the community and some things he found in the house. How was he able to narrate in details everything that happened in Timmy's life, about Timmy's family, and the incident when he never heard the story from Timmy? Personally, I felt like the moment Elijah narrated everything that happened to Timmy at the beginning of the movie, it cut off any possibility of suspense. Do you think it would have been more powerful if we only got hints at the beginning and we found out the full story somewhere in the middle? Do you think it would have been more earth-shatteringly sad to hear Timmy share his story, his loss and his pain by himself with Elijah and the audience, after he had to come to love and trust him, as opposed to us hearing the bland, unaffected and detached narration from Elijah at the beginning? Of course, I'm just speculating. Moving on, I did not like the conflict about the church building and the 49 million naira. It was a little too weak in my opinion, a stretch. At that point, they lost me for a little bit because it seemed like unnecessary drama and I was getting bored. A lot happened at that point in the movie that I did not agree with, if I'm being honest. Despite the above stated issue, the final act more than compensated for this lag, because believe me when I say, regardless of the state of your heart, perhaps if it's made of concrete, the way they concluded this movie is guaranteed to touch you in a deeply emotional way. This movie was written and directed by Bibi Sasore, and he did an amazing job. Overall, the movie Breath of Life is a breath of fresh air. While it is more emotionally sobering than stirring, this might be one of the most heart-wrenching and absorbing exploration of faith, loss and love that I have seen in a while. A good script, memorable performances, great direction, and excellent production values. A good watch. And with that, guys, I'll be rating this movie an 8.5 out of 10. Have you seen this movie? If you're yet to see it, please rush to Prime Video app and see the movie, and rush back to my comment section and let me know what you think. If I did this movie review a justice or not. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. And also follow us on our social media handles. On Instagram, we'll go by e.com_official. For Facebook and YouTube, we'll go by e.comofficial. And for Twitter, we'll go by EDOTCOM01, all in lowercase alphabet. I remain your favorite girl B, and this is me wishing you a happy new year and a prosperous one at that. Bye guys.